Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, broadcasting from my hidden base at the center of the Earth, and I am here today to share a report from one of my top Hollywood agents about how empty Disney World is this summer. A report that is backed up by a number of recent articles noting how attendance at Disney theme parks has fallen to levels that must have Mickey making icky in his bright red pants. In one of those articles, Breitbart posted a headline that must have sent an unseasonable chill down Disney investors' spines. Disney World sees noticeably low June attendance, slowest Junes on record in the past decade. And in that article, they note, quote, Disney World has seen noticeably low attendance in June, with visitor numbers down and lack of crowds during usually high traffic times. According to Disney Dining, the current June numbers reveal a stark contrast with previous summers, which could be a possible harbinger for trouble in the coming months. Social media feedback painted a picture of low energy across the parks, starkly contrasting the vibrant atmosphere typically associated with Disney World during this season. Some users even remarked on the eeriness of encountering low crowds, urging discussions about what might be causing this downturn.
Dude, it's really weird. In all the articles out there, even those published by conservative outlets like Breitbart, they twist themselves into knots trying to come up with explanations as to why Disney is failing, but they never seem willing to say it's because Disney has alienated so many people with their extreme woke agendas cluttering up everything.
Yes, it's a very strange thing when the most obvious explanation is the least discussed explanation. But before we get into the reasons for the low attendance, let me confirm the bizarrely low crowds from a source I trust. The last week of May, I received the following report from one of my top Hollywood agents, and this is what they told me, quote, Hail my lord, so I had the day off and we've been told by peeps that Walt Disney World is empty, so a few of my crew and myself raided Walt Disney World just for fun. We are standing at Main Street Disney. Seriously, I've seen more peeps at the mall. I mean, we parked 3 rows away from the main entrance. The laughter is a quote, by the way. The heat over here must be bad. As luck would have it, Universal is 1,000,000 miles away, where it seems it's nice and cool. All jokes aside, Universal is at capacity every day, with plans to stay open until 10 or even possibly 11. There is no way Universal won't hire more people, and guess who most of the people are begging to be at Universal? Disney's crew, that's who. They see what's happening and are flooding the applications in, unquote.
Oh, Nelly, that's a spicy meatball, Doomcock. This same Hollywood agent has alleged on separate occasions the rumor that a lot of top Disney Imagineers either let go in favor of affirmative action hires or quitting out of frustration with the change in culture have jumped over to Epic Universe, which is why their attractions are succeeding in attracting people this summer, where Disney is stumbling.
That is indeed what my Hollywood agents have reported, O Skull of Calderon. But now, let's get to how bad this is and what these outlets are saying is causing the attendance to crater. On TrendingPoliticsNews.com, they published an article titled, Analysis, Disney World Attendance Plunges to Historic Lows. And in that article, they write, quote, Disney World is experiencing a massive decline in attendance in June, with visitor numbers and overall crowd sizes way down in what is typically one of the busiest months of the year. Economic concerns have been viewed as a potential contributing factor, as rising prices for Disney vacations has been listed as a concern for families considering a trip. While overall inflation trends have cooled, costs of dining, lodging, and experiences have increased dramatically across Disney theme parks. Disney executives have acknowledged the concern, but have been slow to adapt their pricing strategies in light of these economic difficulties, Disney Dining reported. The sentiment among consumers suggests an ongoing reluctance to spend on extravagant trips like Disney World, marking a troubling shift for the beloved theme park, unquote. Certainly, the expense must be a contributing factor in the attendance drops, folks, but now we come to the big excuse, the one that Disney defenders like to cite as the real reason that Disney theme parks are, shall we say, uncluttered by superfluous guests this summer, namely the heat. Mickey loves to point to the thermometer and say,
"Oh, hot enough for you? Golly, that mean old sun is costing me a bundle, but what can you do about the darn weather? No one is gonna want to mess around outside in this sweltering heat. Oh no!"
Well, that sounds plausible, I suppose, until you consider how Epic Universe is doing. This article acknowledges that the summer heat in Florida has been exceptionally punishing this year, true enough, and speculates that some families may be delaying their trips to Walt Disney World until September or October.
And to that I say bullshit, Doomcock. It's pure bullshit. Listen, summer is when kids are out of school. September and October, school's in session and getting away is a lot harder. No, dude, that's horseshit. Parents are still taking their kids on vacation this summer in Florida in the heat. The only difference is they're going down the road, past Walt Disney World to Epic Universe.
Well, I think you're onto something there, Harvey Cthulhu. Indeed, this analysis of the slump in attendance at Walt Disney World acknowledges Epic Universe is taking the cheese right out of Mickey's mouth. Quote, "The company is also facing difficulties surrounding new offerings from competitors such as Epic Universe. The recently opened park has become a popular draw, capturing the interest of families looking for new experiences. Reports indicate that many families prioritize visits to this new venture instead of making their usual trips to Disney World, which is leading to significant attendance drops," the outlet noted. But my friends, here's the key metric that must be making the C-suite sweat like a Turkish sauna. Here is the real indication that things have gone awry with the Disney brand. Quote, "Touringplans.com, which tracks theme park traffic, has also taken note of noticeable declines across Disney properties. We're now looking at one of the slowest Junes on record in the past decade. The only slower June was in 2021 during the pandemic, and to be fair, in 2020 when the parks were still closed. If this trend holds, we're going to have to rename Cool Kids Summer to Ghost Town Summer," reads the outlet's grim analysis, unquote. So, there you have it, my friends. It's not a heat wave everywhere. And if indeed this decline is across all Disney properties, it might be wise for Disney to reassess what their company stands for, what image they're projecting to potential customers that may be driving them away. Disney used to be as mainstream and American as Main Street USA. But these days, photos have shown that Disney parks can be kind of a drag. From the center of the earth, this is Victor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha